What's up, everybody? Welcome back to CCVapors. I'm Keith. Today we're going to review the Alien made by Smok, and we're going to review the Limitless Gold Edition RDTA. So we're going to start off with a little pros and cons today. Big pro for me is the button. This is the new style of buttons for mods nowadays. It's just a squeeze, so it's rip and grip. It's a lot easier. Simple to use. This mod is very simple to use. There's 3 buttons on it altogether. There's the fire button right here, and then you have your up and your down buttons, and that's it. Super simple to use. Something else is the size. It's not a big mod, but it's powerful. It gets the job done. It fits in your hand really good. It's not too big, not too bulky, not too wide for being a dual 18650 mod. Another plus is the USB port right here on the front, as you can see. So you can charge your mod, you can charge your batteries straight through, and it has pass-through technology so you can vape it while you're charging it at the same time. Something a lot of people don't go into whenever they review mods would be the ventilation. As you can see right here, you have 6 holes on that side. You have 6 holes on this side. This lets your batteries vent and cool off, so that way you don't have a hot mod and you don't have to worry about blowing up in your hand. This is really good. It's probably like one of the best mods I've had for it not getting hot. And then another plus is it's kind of hard to see. Right now you see a little H up here, and if you click the right button and fire at the same time, you can change your strength. So you can have a soft hit, you can have a normal hit, and you can have a hard hit. Hard, soft, normal. I personally like mine hard. That way you don't have to go up as high in wattage. And yes, I am vaping this at 95 watts, as you can see right there on hard. But that's because I have a pretty gnarly build on here right now. Cons. My number one con on this mod is the paint job. The paint job really disappointed me. I thought the black with the carbon fiber background on the other side looked really cool when I seen pictures of it, and so I ordered it and I was super disappointed. I've had this mod probably 3 months tops, and the paint's already starting to come off on this button and slightly on this button, and then on the bottom, the whole outside, and that's from sitting on a table. My mods go in my pocket and on a table. That's it. So have the whole bottom paint job come off just from sitting on a table, it's kind of ridiculous. Something else that disappointed me with this mod was the temp control. I like to use temp control, especially on RDTA, and the temp control on here was very inaccurate. That's why I'm running it at straight watts, like I talked about earlier. The size of this, I mentioned, was a pro, but at the same time was a con. Not the actual device itself, but where they place their 510 connector. This fits a 24mm deck comfortably. If you have a 25, which is what the Limitless Gold is, there's a slight overhang, and it's really kind of hard to see, but you can feel it with your hand. So if you use a 25mm tank or deck or RDA, whatever you use, if you use 25, you're going to have a slight overhang. So if that doesn't bother you, golden. But if it does, like me, I'm very anal about my pieces, and that really was a big turnoff for me personally. The fire button's great, except for when you tap it, you might be able to hear it. Put over by the mic. It's a very loose fire button. I have watched reviews where people really complained about their fire button being loose. Mine's not loose, thank God. But it does have this annoying clicking sound, and if you shake it, the button also rattles here and there. And then my last big con for this piece is the battery door at the bottom. The battery door is just a simple pull slide to the back. Pull slide to the back, and your battery door drops down. There's no lock mechanism, so if you have something else in your pocket that happens to push up against it or whatever, your batteries could fall out. That's a big turn off for me personally, just like that. Like, this is how easy it falls down. Just like that. So that was a big turnoff for me. But the batteries do fit. Their sleds on the inside are very smooth. I haven't had any problems. So simple flat clicks on, maybe turns on. There we go. Wait for it to load. Alien, get their name back out there, and then boom, you're good to go. After you set the ohms once again, every time you change out your batteries, you have to put new ohm or new coil, and then you have to pick what ohms you want. If it reads something new, it will show you what the new read is. Let's see if I can get that on there. They'll show you what the new read is, and they'll show you what the old read is. So I like to keep mine with a ending with a 5, so I'll just go with the old right now. It's not going to change really how your vape hits. It's just it reads it different sometimes every time, and I've noticed that with the Alien, it has been very inconsistent readings on what ohms it gives off. But all in all, it's a steady piece. Steady, sturdy, reliable piece. Now I'm going to move on to the Limitless Gold Edition RDTA up here. Pros, airflow. The airflow on this piece is ridiculous. It has 4 triangular holes. See if I can get this in the camera. 4 triangular holes on each side. And then you can adjust it at the top if you want to close off 1 or 2 or whatever. I rock mine fully open most of the time. Another pro I have is the deck. As you can see, it has 4 screws on top. 4 screws on top. Very easy build, very easy to build on. The screws are actually titanium screws, so I have not seen any of my screws start to strip. You can use a flathead or a Phillips. Super easy to cotton and whip, and fires like charm. The tank does hold 4.75 milliliters of juice, which kind of seems like a lot, except for when I get down to my pros, I'll explain. This tank, our RDTA, is a juice hog. I mean a juice hog. And then the very last pro that I haven't personally done it, I know a lot of people that have, is that it has the interchangeable deck system, so you can change out instead of having the 4 screws, they have clamps, and they have all this new fancy stuff they're throwing out there. It's not going to change your performance really, it's going to change how you build on your deck. I'm going to move over to cons. It leaks a lot if you don't have enough cotton down on the sides, and I mean a lot. It will leak all the time. It could be standing straight up, and then you go to hit it like this, and you will have juice running out of your 4 airflow holes. So that kind of sucks. You have to figure out where the happy medium is. If you have too much cotton, the juice is not going to flow up to your coils, and you'll have dry hits. If you don't have enough cotton, it leaks like a bad man. And you have to find that happy medium where the good amount of cotton is, so that you're not getting dry hits and that you're not getting your tank leaking all the time. And then also on the bottom down here, they have what they consider bottom airflow. I can't really get a good view of it, but you might be able to see like a hole in there on the blue line that's going to cross the. They have a bottom airflow. Can't tell that there's bottom airflow whatsoever. If you turn off the airflow up top, you cannot tell. It's just impossible to pull on. So their bottom airflow leaks like crazy also if you don't have enough cotton in. And sometimes, like when you first fill it up and you have a full tank, it likes to poke out juice through the holes, and there's holes all the way around here. So that can get annoying because then it gets on the top of your mod, and as you can see, there's like smudge marks from me wiping off my mod from when I was using it all the time. And then in the middle for this tank is that it's a 25 millimeter tank. Like I said before, if you have a mod that's going to fit on, and it's not going to overhang, and that's what you want, perfect. But if you have a mod that it does not fit on, or that it has an overhang, but you don't care, perfect. But for me, on this specific mod, I was not a fan because it has a slight overhang. It's not flush or not a little extra room. So this is my review on the Smok Alien and the Limitless Gold. I've lived on this setup for probably about 3 months. Have not had any problems for the most part, except for the little bit of leaking, the fire button being weird and sounding funny, and the door. But I mean, it's very reliable. It's like a champ. My next video I'm gonna do, I'm gonna film here probably tonight as well. But it's going to be the Alien made by Smok versus the Predator made by Wesmet. So we're going to do a little comparison on those in the next video. Look for that to be up within the next couple days, maybe the week or so. So go ahead and like this if you like the video. Give it a like, subscribe to our channel. Trying to start up. We're just two college students trying to follow something we like to do. And last but not least, if you have any comments or questions, put it down in the comment section. And you guys have a good day.